Hello everybody, Bobster1984 here again, and it's Newcastle United's return fixture after this international break away to Derby and on Saturday, and this is my review, prediction, whatever we want to call it, preview video. I know I've been missing recently. There's been a bit of change going on in terms of the videos. I was living back home for a couple of weeks, just looking after the house when we folks were on holiday, so I couldn't get online to do video reviews of the Reading game properly. I did one, but not properly, or the cup game, obviously against Cheltenham, or obviously indeed the game against Brighton. I couldn't get reviews done, so I do apologise if anyone was waiting for that preview and review video. So this is going out obviously on the Thursday, 2 days before the game. It's a 5:30 kick-off. Thankfully it's on Sky, because I'm having trouble managing to watch all of the games this season, but that's what happens when you're not a season ticket holder, unfortunately, unlike me. So anyway, I do think that this is another massive game. The Brighton game was quite important in terms of setting out a marker, showing everyone what we can do. We are Newcastle. This is our stamp on it. We're now going to go forward, show everyone we've had 2 defeats obviously in the first 2 games. We're going to beat one of our promotion rivals, and we're going to do it convincingly, and we did. We played very well against Brighton, I thought, from start to finish. Really, the 2-week break has come at the worst time, because Newcastle won a roll, winning 4 games in a row. You really wanted to keep that momentum going. So now we're going away to Derby, who perennially are challengers for the Championship. Obviously, so be it in the playoffs, or obviously at times they are quite good in terms of going for a promotion automatic spot themselves. Nigel Pearson is the current gaffer there. He's a good manager. He did really well with Leicester. He's got a lot of time and respect from people. Whether or not he's the man that's going to change Derby's fortunes, I'm not 100% sure. But I'm not here to speak about Derby. I'm here to speak about my own club. But just my opinions on Derby, I think they are like the needy side of the Championship, aren't they? I do think that this is probably one of our hardest away games of the season, because if you look at the Championship campaign of the last one, in 2009-10, we obviously lost 3-0. It was our heaviest defeat. We couldn't even beat them at home. We couldn't actually score. We didn't score past them once that season. We drew 0-0 at home. Derby are a different kettle of fish, as are Newcastle now. I think Brough has finally got the team playing really well. Shelvey is playing quite well in the midfield. And obviously, I know in the last game we didn't have Dwight Gale and Mitrovic, but now we've got Mitrovic and Dwight Gale back. And I do think Newcastle should have too much going forward in terms of this game against Derby. I do think that defensive Newcastle have shown a bit of frailty, especially from set pieces, corners and free kicks. And obviously, I know Sells has had his critics in terms of being a bit flappy with the balls coming to the box, but I'm prepared to give him a chance. He's only 5 games into his Newcastle career. Let's give him a bit more, chance than that. But I do think Newcastle are always capable of conceding. So Newcastle are going to have to start scoring a few more goals, especially away from home. Obviously, we've only, we've only played the 2 games away from home, and we've obviously played 2, won 1, lost 1, but only scored 1 goal. I know it's early in the season, but I think that obviously the away form from last year clears carry forward into this new season. Hopefully, obviously, we'll dispel that and get another win on Saturday. I genuinely do think Newcastle will win. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. And I do think that Newcastle will need to improve in areas going forward. But I think gradually we've seen improvements in the performances in the 4 wins, and I think that's going to continue on Saturday. So yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. In terms of goal scorers, I'd love to see Mitrovic play, and I'd love to see him score, because the man is just, he's different class when he wants to be, and I'm hoping we're going to see some of that this season. I'd love to see Dwight Gale continue his goal scoring as well. 4 goals in his first 4 games for Newcastle is a great return. But yeah, I mean, I'm more than happy with how we're doing. Obviously, we're 4th, 9 points in the board. Should have been more, maybe, but 9 points is a decent record. So I'm going to go for us to win. quite convincingly, but it will be a tough game. What do you think? Do you agree with my prediction? What do you think is going to be the score? Who do you think is going to be Newcastle's lineup at the weekend? Let us know your comments down below. My name is Bobster1984 and I'll see you all later.